Hello and welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4. This time we're having Waking the Tiger. That explains the new interfaces. Oh, little blurpy there. Anyway, yeah, Waking the Tiger, it's here. Paradox has been so generous to send me a key and give me some opportunity to record some footage for you guys and have it slightly early and show you some stuff off. If you have, as always, any questions about the DLC or want to see some specifics, let me know in the comments down below and I'll show it to you. We're going to play as Communist China, as the thumbnail might have suggested. Yeah, I don't know, I've always tried to do this as Communist China, and I think this is a very good start to do this. I'm going to go off historical focus. Tell you what, we're gonna go on it. As you can see, there's some new difficulty sliders there. Only from regular to up to higher, you can still get achievements. Anything other than that, you can't. All right, let's go over quickly some new changes. One, there is some new research, which is this is Special Forces. Special Forces work differently now. You have a limit in the amount that you can have. They've got two branching trees here. I've explored this DLC a little bit. One is just getting the acclimation factor for climates, which is also a new feature. I will explain that a little bit later. Then you can choose, do I want my special forces to be better? Or do I want more of them? And then you get some more thing. So, going for climates, troops specialize now in the climate that they are there. So, if you send troops from northern Siberia up, down, left, right, center, I mean down to the Sahara, they will not perform as good as troops that have spent already a year there. So, the longer they stay in a certain location, the more they will become acclimated to the weather. I think that's the biggest research change that I can think of. I think that's actually the only one. We've got some new tech here, just gonna quickly show you through it. We seem to have some basic infantry and so we have named weaponry, which is basically based on some Russian versions of weaponry. We have our own little armor, which are all the type versions of armor, but mostly also based on that's an interesting looking thing. Based on other tanks and versions of that. Artillery seems to be not original. We have a generic navy. That's not really a surprise since we're a landlocked nation. We have our air force here, which is also based a lot on Russian aircraft. Then you get your standard engineering and industry. Big change here is synthetics. It's been shifted into oil processing, so basically upgrades the refineries to give you +1 modifier per refinery. So that's technology. And I think as a minor technological nation, we just gotta go and do the standard thing of electronics as well as engineering, base machine tools and that kind of stuff. Right, that's one thing that's new. There's not much new here, so might as well just keep going where we can't literally build anything, so I would have some infrastructure. Now, one new thing is, though, with infrastructure is it just not just speeds up the building of your factories, it also increases the amount of resources you can extract from a given province. As you can see, we're now at 4, but by upgrading it, we'll get up to 6 per, which is really nice. I'm gonna go in this a little bit later. Let's see. I think training basic divisions is fine. Anyway, we've got some troops here. Let's get them into an army. Now, armies now work slightly different. Slightly. So you have a new general system, which is fairly awesome. I haven't explored this at all. I'll be brutally honest, I haven't. But as your generals level up, you get more points and earn traits and that kind of stuff, which you can just more specialize your general towards the army that it's using. You can add new traits, all that kind of awesome stuff. And then there is, of course, your overall arcing hierarchy, and you need a proper commander to, you know, like Mao Zedong is going to be a field marshal. He is politically connected, so he gains a little bit less, but he also is cheaper to promote. He gains a little bit less experience. He's cautious, so his plan's a little bit slower, but he has defensive doctrine especially. And we have a new trait here, but I don't think we can actually get the new trait because of a lack of points. If you want to add a new trait, so we can add, I don't know, organization first or charismatic. But both of these will cost 15 of the new command power, which is a new resource that you need to manage. So yeah, let's assign another general as well, which is going to be Lin Bao, as he has some mountaineers. And there's this They changed the graphic of this one to be slightly more pronounced. I don't know if I like it though. Anyway, yeah, and let's start training some more of these cheaper units. I believe these are for a lot cheaper. Because we barely have any resources at all anyway. So let's start with that. Get a location and assign them to. So a general has a limit of 5 armies, and armies still have a limit of 24. So that is these your field marshals are now different. Right now we have I haven't looked at this focus tree yet, so I'm gonna quickly run with you through this focus tree. So we have our strengthening, so we can go and choose what kind of communism we're gonna have. We have the Marxist orthodoxy, Soviet leadership, Soviet. So we're gonna focus on the Soviet Union. We are gonna get our own version of it. So let's see. Yeah, factory output, ratification campaign, Maoism, we get some more stabilism, and we have a mutual assurance block, and we've got social democracy. I think this is let's see, what does this do? Alliances with China. So we're going to try to get, you know, things fixed with China. I think I'm going to go the classical route, I guess, of the agrarian socialism and just stick with Mao. That's one. Okay, so we've got land redistribution. We've got some literacy programs as our research slots. Very nice. This will boost us into, you know, prominence as major player if we can survive that long. Let's see, we have, and we can permit opium trade or ban the opium trade. So this will give us, oh, a lot less consumer goods factories, but we will have less political power gain, also less stability. Interesting. But minus 50% consumer goods factories is really good. And then we're going to abolish the land rent. Low popular support, which is a national spirit we currently have. Less stability again and less war support, alright. War support is also something new. Basically, stability determines when you capitulate, but war support is also gonna see, you know, if people don't stop supporting the war, they won't be fighting that good anymore. Anyway, let's see. We've got the yen base area here. We've got some repair for the war with Japan, or we're gonna focus on China. So this is basically focusing on the war with Japan, right? Then we have our foreign investors, so we can get to the US or the Japanese, the English or the French, or Germany and the Soviet Union, but not entirely both. Seems like we've got some splitting off here. I think I'm gonna just focus on sticking with the Soviet Union, and this is basically what one China policy has to do, I think, a lot with surviving as China. Alright, I'm not going to go entirely historical at some certain points, probably, but for now, add 2 off-map civilian factories. I think that's a good one to start with. Let's see, what else do we have? This is also boosting mostly our economy. This is... Yeah, I think I'm going to stick with that. Or how long do we have? That's the kind of idea. What does this lead to? 2 factories is good, but what does this lead to? Mission to the Soviet Union. Just gets more opinion. Invite Soviet advisors. Gonna get a general. Soviet volunteer group. And we've got some non-aggression pact with the Soviet Union. Then we're gonna purchase tanks. 100 old light tanks from our supporters. Hire Soviet designers. We're gonna speed some things up. Join tank development, experimental mechanical units, combined arms warfare. This is gonna get mostly some bonuses, which is not directly gonna influence us directly. Now we're going to reach to the British or the French. I think this is the same deal. We've got some military factories, Whoa, this tree is a little bit more detailed than I anticipated. So, the question is like, could we go with, this requires one of the following. So, we just can't get this one and not get the military, yeah. But we still get this one. And for British, the exclusive ones are... so we lose... So we get one last off-map factory. Can't even do that, I think. Kingdom... okay, whatever. We get aircraft. Ah, this is what we want to go aircraft. And I've got a French deal that Lido Road, off-map military factory, and every army leader gets the more defense skill. Interesting. And there's the US and Japanese. This doesn't change anything because this is our naval focus tree. However, the US will give us some more, so I'll probably go with the US there. And this is something that's, yeah. Let's see. This gives me factory output, ratification campaign, Maoism, Marxist Chinese, and then we get some People's Republic of China. This is gonna separate us as non-Soviet nation. This would lead to war, right? Let's start with the foreign investors. The factories is gonna be nice to have, okay? Alright, I think we are good. Now, I don't know we were gonna go war first, but I hope I can take over at least this area here, and maybe Xianqing. And then together with China, I'll be able to hold off the Japanese. However, I am not that good of a Hearts of Iron player. So, don't count on me just winning this immediately. Also, we seem to have some very, very bad modifiers. After long marches how do we remove that? Let's see. Ah, this one. Okay, so we want to go down that direction pretty. Modify low support by... What is that low support? Low popular support. Okay, but that's not that bad. That's just most stability war effort. Red Army weakened. See, that is a bad one. Removes power struggles. How will get rid of red power weakened? See, that's the interesting bit. Mission to Germany. We can also do. We can do both, which is interesting. Crap. Red power weakened. Where are you? Oh, we'll come across it that when we come across it. Might be some event that's just gonna remove that. I don't know. But at least let's do this right. So your color is gonna be, of course, red. It's gonna be the Red Army. Just change it quickly to green. And I don't think I can. No, you have. Okay, so. Alright, let's see. So Germany went historical, even though I set it on that possible ahistorical. That's gonna annoy me because this is a icon I never used before. Alright, right, strengthen the central secretaries. So there we go. And I don't have any equipment, so I might as well just stay calm for now. Right, so we still got the decisions window. This is something new, and this, for people that played Hearts of Iron 3, this might be a little bit more familiar. So these are basically some political actions you can do. You get some war propaganda if you want to prepare. So if I like improve work conditions, this will lower the factory output, but it will increase stability for me. So the workers will have to work less. Promises for peace basically leaves more stability, but will lower my war support, which is also fairly low right now. We got some anti-fascism democracy, or and if you want to boost communism, we can do this. You still have your advisors, so that is not being removed. Even though I probably don't have any advisors, I have Communist Revolutionary. That's about it, but they still exist. So, all right. Research slot available. Let's just keep going down mechanical computing. And we actually have an extra division that shows up. Alright, I'm not going to do any of these, because this is fun, we have weekly stability improve and all, but I think for now we need to focus on getting actually some output of our factories and get our troops resupplied. We still need 600 and something guns, and I doubt Soviet Union will send anything to us, because they can't. We must be at war. I sent a attaché. I don't know exactly what this does, but I think it has to be at war, so I don't know really what it means. I haven't really... Now we could, in theory, send an attaché to Republican Spain, in theory. I don't know what it does, though. It will cost us 50 to maintain the attaché, and it will cost us 100 to send it. I don't know what it does. But I wish I could send volunteers. with any least division, so that's probably going to go south. Now, I've been playing around a little bit with Germany, and that went wrong on all sides, so it is definitely going to be interesting. So I did the German Civil War thing, got rid of Hitler, disposed of him with the, instead of going for the Rhineland, you just kind of kicked the guy out. But France went communist, Russia became aggressive, Italy stayed fascist, and the United Kingdom was being a pacifist. Most interesting. I'm actually gonna go dispersed industry. One, it's new and it's pretty good now, and we're a very small state, so aerial warfare is going to be fairly devastating for us. Right. 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 I want... If I want any theorists, it's going to be military theorists. What do I want? I'm going to a war economy. We already are at a partial mobilization, so it's not that bad. We have a closer economy, so that's also not that bad. We're not producing any factories, so let's see, there's a stability, silent workhorse. It's not really what I want. That would be nice, but it requires socialist market economy, which is what? I still wish there was a search function in this one. Socialist market economy. You see it? Let me know, because I can't. Oh, that's right there. Okay, well, we're gonna wait for that one then. Let's see. Figure out, it's not gonna do much for me. I might focus then on infantry first. Army morale or defense. I think defense is gonna be better in the late game, and I don't. Yeah, I need to control a lot of shit for that. Okay. Why do we get an infantry expert in? And we're gonna set up a war goal. There, go. We have an available decision, stage an incident, and the border. So this is unique. The terrain of China forces can pick battles, and we can get own state control. Full work, one division in the state. It is an active border. What does it do? Effects when selected. Gets Communist China, threatens a border. Incident at the Nagara border, Communist China. Alright. Let's do this. So we have these decisions for the Yunnan border, which is right here, or the exotic clique. So we probably get... So this is probably something that China gets. I don't know exactly what they did for us, but it's currently in effect. Activate, escalate border to okay, so we got a border conflict. Okay, okay. I'm probably realizing this right now. I can better train these slightly better troops. Yes, I don't have the infantry equipment for them, but we're barely training anything anyway, so might as well. This one is gonna take its toll. I guess he's training his troops. I think you could. Yeah, it's training. That's some floppy shoulders there. Right. Oh, these we actually have different looking units. Interesting. Awesome. Yeah, let's just keep escalating this further. And I require 200 points. Update the border war between... Okay, so I need 200 points to upgrade that border war. Effects are not complete. If not complete, cancels the border war between Shaanxi and... Okay, so I need to escalate it. Okay, that's good to know. We got a border conflict. This is something entirely new. So we are border conflicting, like right there. So this is a separate army. This is new, by the way. I haven't seen this before, so I have no idea. So this guy is acclimating to hot. These are new troops. And that don't seem to fall under... I can't control these, it seems. Alright, we're gonna go for the power struggle. What the hell is this? Can I support this somehow? No. I have no idea. I have no idea what it is. Is this? I have the biggest fucking smile on my face because this is completely new to me. They're they're acclimatizing towards heat, so they are less suffering from. This also should change their uniforms eventually. So these guys probably have been acclimatized to. Okay, so this is not going that well for now. I don't know what this does. I have no control over this. This army is fighting a border conflict. You can't give direct orders to units. Remove divisions from the army. Replace the chain of command. An army is necessary. Okay, so it's just this is just an army that spawns to freely do our bidding there. That's really cool. I really like that. That's really awesome. That's really awesome. These are 2 decisions available. Improve work conditions and a promise of peace. Yeah, but you know I don't want them. Alright, so how long do I still have for that one? I still have, okay, quite a long time. So it seems like this entire army is battling that one. We're still sort of winning once in a while. So there's a terrain modifier and a digging modifier of 0. That might be because of the border conflict thing. I'm gonna say no to that because I'm just gonna wait. Now does this guy benefit from the bonus that I gave my troops with the 10%? Wait, did I have this before? Because it holds. Okay, that's not forwards. For a second, like, that doesn't have any force, and it wouldn't make any sense. Is literally just spending all those forces on that, and I am gaining army experience for that. That's pretty good. That's really good. So it seems parts of my forces have jumped into the border conflict one, and are now doing the fighting. This is one of the longest lasting battles that I've seen. It's not going that well for us though. Hopefully we can do something about that soon. 99, and there we go. Escalated. Combat width goes up. Defeated Shaanxi. We must counteract as soon as possible. So we lost 150. But we gained some army experience. And we get some... Forces under the command of... have succeeded in pushing us out of disputed case. Our forces have retreated in good... Okay, so I might need to do that late at some different point at some point. So I can get this guy now back in. So you guys have... Oh, wow. You all have their own little focus tree. Awesome. But we have a massive... debuff here, but we gained some nice bonuses out of that. Might have done that later. I don't know how that works. Okay, so good knowledge there that that's not the way to do things. Good to know. Pushing on an entire front's probably a little bit easy. Mechanical computing. So right now we could get the land doctrine research done. Now, mass assault doctrine is. I thought I had a tiny modifier for that. Did I somewhere else? I don't know. Interesting. Let's get some 36 equipment. Construction, also pretty good. Maoism. Marxism. Okay, so mutual assistance block. This is not going to help me much further right now, so let's just get the land redistribution thing done. Interesting. So, okay, I kind of need to read up on something here. So, it doesn't really explain much. Strange China forces have to pick battles carefully. That gives opportunity to see some vulnerable terrain without engaging in all-out warfare. It was basically about getting some provinces. But apparently we either did not have enough army. I don't know how you would have boosted that. Interesting. I find it fascinating, to be honest. How much manpower do you have? Okay, I would beat you on that one. This guy looks really happy. And he has a focus tree as well. This seemed to be like a... Yeah, there's like a general Chinese focus tree, apparently. This is still a standard focus tree from Manchukuo. But now there is a... no, they have the same thing here, and they have this... Wow, there's a lot of depth in there. And then you've got China itself, of course, which has also a large focus tree, land redistribution. So I'd assume the Chinese share parts of their focus trees with each other, but also have a lot of other stuff. Alright, I cannot do much other than the mission to the US. I've done the Soviet Union, I'm sorry. Let's see, I think I'm going to permit the opium trade, because I don't know how much... That would get us a consumer factories at less than nothing, basically. And people expect 20%, yeah, 22% of our total number. Even though we're at 25%. Okay. This might end up in a massive failure, but I think it's a good way to explore the new DLC. Going in almost completely blind. I haven't seen that border skirmish thing, and it's really awesome. I kind of like it. Let's add in another unit. Let's see. Yeah, we can add a couple more units. There we go. That seems to do the trick. We have a couple of factories. Right, now we are pumping out army. Good. Let's see, 5 divisions times... let's do it 7. No, that doesn't work. 14 divided by a number. So that is 7. We'll stick with this for now. Should have been 4. Now 4 times 4 is a little bit different number, but okay. It's 16, so we got too many. But this guy actually already has a couple of them. Whatever. I'm gonna bother trying to figure that one out. Oh, why do I like this number? You can just add so many factories to a single line, which is gonna make things so much easier. All right, we got our new weapons. We have a slow start, and I think I need to start dedicating some time on getting the new research slots. Let's get a literacy program. Hindenburg disaster. So weather and time now is also displayed differently. It also shows you how much is in the province. Oh, that's interesting. Now let's see. Prepare for war with Japan, focus on China, exploit the weak neighbors. Annex war against Shaanxi. Okay, so this is leading us to direct war. Okay, so I'm gonna first things first though, I'm gonna research slot, then I'm gonna lower our consumer goods factors by 15%, which I think is pretty good. And then we're gonna abolish the land rent. Low popular support is gonna get removed. Which is gonna, yeah, it's gonna get you a lot better. Now we need to recover from the long march, which is, I thought we did that. Or is that a timed one? No, it is not. I think excavation is not that important, but production is. So we're just gonna go with dispersed industry for now. Alright, let's do this differently. We'll finish the road, and then we'll go over to the next one. So we can stage another incident war if we want to. Oh, we can do it again. Now this is probably gonna turn into a massive waste of manpower and anything along those lines. But let's try this again in 30 days. Alright. Leader push. Okay. Literacy program's done. Long Yong sent a message that he has arrested Chiang Kai-shek and is willing to turn him over to us. This may be the best chance we ever to execute the enemy of our people. Ask the Soviets for approval. We should ally with him against the Japanese. Killing him now will seem to lead to war we cannot win. Oh. Okay. So I need to make this decision. First things first though. Let's get artillery. Let's just ask the Soviet Union for approval. We're still fairly close with them, so let's see what the Soviets say. The Stalin has refused our proposal to execute King Shid. Instead, we're not supposed to make an alliance with the nationalists. So as we're supposed to make an alliance with the nationalists, as we apparently are not yet ready to lead the revolution and defend ourselves against the Japanese at the time. Well, killing him now would lead us to war. We can no, we cannot let him go. We should ally with him against the Japanese. Get Mardong's to process an alliance with China. That might be the best way to start, and then we could just take over Xambia in Shaanxi and just strengthen up. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna play this smart. So we just gained an alliance with China, which somehow has troops stationed in Japan. How does that work? Okay, so what the hell just happened? I think the entire Chinese front just started, and I am part of it. Yeah. So border skirmish is literally... Oh, wow. Japan is already just fighting against us. I think this might be the best time. No. I think it's time to start preparing for the war with Japan. So... I don't know exactly what happened. But we definitely are not in as much a stronger position as I thought. But they're already just fighting against us? Wait, so... Who's just fighting against us? Japan is just fighting against China. They're manually justifying. Oh, they're going in quick! I know we have put on a historical focus, but I did not expect that. So, what we're gonna do is we're gonna slightly focus our troops a little bit more, because this is a way too long front line. We're gonna go up here. I have barely any factories to do this. Oh, this is going to be an interesting one. Really interesting. I need to have a division on the border to escalate that. Okay, I can escalate this now. Oh, no. I need to do this. I can escalate this now and get that, hopefully that thing across. Okay, we're gonna escalate it. If we can. It's gonna be a while before the justification is done. It's justifying what? Japan is justifying against China. I don't know. I don't know why it's showing it like that though. This will be done in the 22nd of January, so we have some time. We're 14, so we need 10. 3. Okay, just gonna. There we go. Okay, I think my border things just disappeared and I wasted a lot of... Yeah. Has more political support points than China. Political support points? I don't know what that is, but... It doesn't show that anywhere. So the border struggle thing just cancelled itself. Okay. Okay, so is there like a hidden value somewhere? Like political support points, low inflation, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I need to take a look at that at some point. Focus on the prepare for the war with Japan. So... All Chinese countries have access to this decision. Complete coalition government to focus and initiate the power struggle. Complete. Okay, so that would be focus coalition government. I would not even know where that is, but it's probably somewhere in the focus tree. All right, I think there's a lot of depth here in Asia, and it's insane, and it's confusing the living hell out of me. Land doctrine. I thought I had a bonus point there, but apparently I don't. I have weapons. Ooh. Yeah, but I think I'm gonna end the episode here. I want to thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions, things you want to see specifically, let me know in the comments down below, and I'll take some time to look at them in the next episode. With that, I want to thank you very much for watching, and see you guys in the next one. Have a very good day. Bye bye.